Good evening, everyone. I'm going to call to order the meeting at 6 o'clock of the 1928 Building Committee. For our agenda tonight, we're going to start with maybe a 15-minute presentation, myself and our architects, and then we're going to open it up to people here if they have any questions, and we'll have it more casual. And then if anyone in the audience is interested in having a tour of the town hall, we can take you around the town hall. So I'm going to start tonight, and thank you for the opportunity to present on behalf of the 1928 Building Committee. I'm Kathy Blonsky, the town manager. Before we begin our presentation, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the 1928 Building Committee members. The committee members are Peter Mastrobatista as our committee chair, Jean Barron, who's in the audience, is a resident, Joe Capodefaro, who's in the audience, is our town council liaison, Chris Fagan is our Farmington High School Building Committee liaison, Jack Kemper is a resident, Dan Kleiman a resident, Michael Walsh a resident, Kat Kudrowski is our assistant town manager, Russ Arnold, our director of public works, and Devin is the clerk of the committee. We have met frequently since we were charged in May, and I appreciate the hard work and dedication of all the committee members. First, going to go through a summary. As a result of a successful referendum, a new Farmington High School is being constructed adjacent to the existing high school. As part of that project, the majority of the existing high school is slated to be demolished in the summer of 2024. The 1928 section of the existing high school is considered a landmark by many residents and visitors to Farmington. For that reason, a town-wide survey was conducted in the spring of 2022 to determine if there was support from the community to retain the 1928 building. The results of that survey indicated that 77.8% of the respondents supported retaining the 1928 building. The project timing. During their discussions, the town council determined that this project should be done in conjunction with the new Farmington High School project for several reasons. First, when the existing high school is demolished in the summer of 2024, 2 of the 4 walls of the 1928 building will be exposed to the outside elements and need of masonry repairs and restoration. If the town does not undertake the project in conjunction with the demolition of the existing high school, the town would need to build temporary walls and make structural modifications, which would be costly and would eventually need to be removed for the permanent walls. Second, using the $7 million in ARPA funds would significantly reduce the cost of this project to the Farmington taxpayer. But those funds must be committed by December 31st, 2024, or the funds must be returned to the federal government. Lastly, doing this project in conjunction with the new high school project will result in cost savings and synergies with the site work, utilities, paving, and landscaping work. It was determined that if the 1928 building is to be saved from a financial and structural standpoint, both projects should be done in conjunction with one another. The Statement of Needs. In April of 2022, the Town Council approved the Statement of Needs for the 1928 Building Committee. The needs of the town are as follows. Town hall operations need more space and are inefficiently located in satellite offices across town. This includes departments in the existing town hall, probate offices, recreational offices, and social service offices. Space for additional town storage. Per record retention laws, files must be kept for long durations. Storage at the town hall is limited, and the new record retention facility at the Water Pollution Control Facility is rapidly filling up. Throughout town, there is a lack of space for community use, including but not limited to meeting space, event space, nonprofit use, and art and business incubator use. Gym space for basketball, pickleball, volleyball, and additional recreation programs are needed. Building committee work, April and May of 2022. In April and May of 2022, the Town Council approved the Statement of Needs and appointed and charged the 1928 Building Committee to evaluate 2 options to address the needs. The first option was retain and renovate the 1928 building own option, 1928 standalone option, only retaining the existing 1928 building as a standalone building. The second was retain and renovate a 1928 plus option, retaining and renovating the 1928 building plus other existing portions of the building. From June through August, the 1928 Building Committee selected Silver Petrocelli and Associates to serve as our project architect. The project architect conducted space needs assessments with town department heads and the town manager. Building Committee work in September of 2022. The project architect presented preliminary design options to the 1928 Building Committee, and the committee recommended the removal of the 1928 plus option to the town council. The town council then recharged the committee to complete a schematic design and develop schematic pricing for the renovation of the 1928 building as a standalone building. In the fall of 2022, the 1928 Building Committee recommended that the 1928 Building Committee in the fall of 2022, the 1928 Building Committee recommended that the 1928 Building Committee be renovated into the new town hall and the existing town hall become the town hall annex. In the following months, the committee and the project architect continued to develop design and cost estimates. In January, the 1928 Building Committee presented to the Town Council, and the Town Council approved the committee's recommendation that the 1928 building be renovated into the new Town Hall and the existing Town Hall become the Town Hall Annex. The Town Council also set a total project budget of $16 million while utilizing $7 million of the American Rescue Plan Act, the ARPA funds, to bring the net municipal cost or the town's cost share to a maximum of $9 million. Because of Farmington's ongoing retirement of existing capital projects bonded debt, there will be only 2 years that the 1928 building project will increase the property tax. For example, a homeowner with the average assessed value of $301,455,000, assessment is 70% of the market value of a home. It is estimated to be $44.95 in total, averaging $8.99 per year for the first 5 years of the bond. In the remaining years of the bond, there is no incremental increases to taxes due to the 1928 building issue, as the required debt service is absorbed by the retirement of old debt. For more information regarding the project cost and tax impact, please visit the project cost page on our website. I will now turn the presentation over to Chris Nardi, the project architect, to review the floor plan and site plans.
Thank you, Kathy. Chris Nardi, principal and project architect with Silver Petrocelli. We are a firm of about 45 architects, engineers, and interior designers based out of Hamden. What you're looking at is the proposed first floor or ground floor of the 1928 building, renovated as the town hall. All of these floor plans that you'll see, it's a 3-story building, and we are working within the confines or the existing exterior walls of that original 28 building, with exception of that bright pink rectangle in the upper left-hand corner. That is a new addition that would serve as a dedicated, accessible ADA entry into the new 1928 Town Hall. Some of the other programs that we're outlining on the first floor, the light blue is a multi-purpose gymnasium space used primarily for recreation functions. That is currently the band room at the high school and was the original gym and auditorium in the 1928 high school. The green blocks that you see at the bottom are town hall functions that are most often accessed by the public. So the town clerk, the tax collector, and the tax assessor. We want to make those functions readily available, easily accessible to the public on the ground level. And in addition to that, the purple spaces are registrar of voters. And on every floor, you will see green blocks which indicate toilet rooms that are being either added to the building in the case of the ground floor or renovated in their current location on the upper floors. So the second floor consists primarily of the development offices, so public works, engineering, building official, etc., in the orange, as well as the IT department in the light green. You'll also note in the upper left-hand corner that dark black rectangle is a new elevator that we're proposing to provide access to all 3 floors of this structure, and that is located in that vicinity to be accessed directly off the new main lobby. Lastly, the third floor contains a small rec office in light blue as you come off that elevator, the finance department in green adjacent to that. The other blue block is the town manager's office, and then the salmon color or pink colored areas are record retention, town hall storage, and a meeting room for the town hall. This is a conceptual site plan. You can see an underlay in gray of what is the high school plan that was developed by the project team that went out to bid for the high school. So we are proposing the tennis courts remain in the same quantity, but are shifting closer to the high school. And what we're really trying to do is on this campus, create a buffer around the 28 building. So we're really distinguishing what is high school parking and Board of Ed parking versus Town Hall 1928 building parking. So that large lot you see off to the left-hand side of the plan is all dedicated parking spaces for the 1928 Town Hall. Some three-dimensional renderings. This is from the north side, looking back at the 28 building. So the tennis courts are in the foreground. You can see the white roof and the elevator shaft. That white roof is where the new lobby addition would be. And obviously the elevator shaft directly behind that, attached to that existing 28 building. And the flat roof section in the back is that two-story multi-purpose room that, as I mentioned, is currently the band room in the high school. This is a ground view elevation of the new proposed entrance. We will continue to work through renderings and different variations of the design, maintaining this footprint, but perhaps less glass, if desirable, of what this final addition for the lobby will look like. But that is where the public would access the building directly off of the new parking lot. This is a view from the hill as you would come up Monteith Drive. And what we're really trying to represent here, Devin, I'm not sure if you click it again, if that image will come up in the bottom right. So the bottom right is a historical photo that we found online of the 28 building. And what we really want to express here is that we are maintaining and restoring this structure to its original condition. So exterior repairs, roof replacement, repairing the cupola, restoring the windows, restoring the side entrances that you see coming off the east and the west ends of the building, really to maintain with that original design. And I think what so many in town are fond of when they think of the 28 building. This is an image taken from Google Earth. So this is actually the building as it stands today. And what we're representing is this is truly what you're going to see coming down Route 4 in the future. The high school is obscured by some of those trees. In the future, the rest of the high school would be gone. But we really want to maintain that historic image up the hill. We're not changing anything on that southern face that's facing Route 4. We went through a series of conceptual cost estimates with a third-party cost estimator, as well as reviewing those estimates in detail with the 1928 Building Committee. So that was about a 14-page document that we broke down into a summary here, identifying specific line items that really took groups of estimate numbers and simplified them, if you would. What we resulted in was a $16.6 million total project cost. And per directive of the town council, we are currently looking at some options to reduce that project cost to $16 million through value engineering and material selection, et cetera. Thank you.
Next steps. As you saw in the cost estimate slide, the 1928 Building Committee needs to identify cost savings and make reductions to the project in order to fall within the $16 million total project budget. To achieve this, a 1928 Building Value Engineer Subcommittee was established to work with the project architect. It is anticipated that a townwide referendum will be held in the spring of 2023. We've blocked out some time right now for some questions and answers, and we will offer a tour of the town hall afterwards if anyone is interested in that. So if anyone has any questions, we'd be more than happy to try to answer them. We have the architect and some of the building committee members here. Yes. No questions, Gary? All right. If there's no other questions, if anyone would like a tour of some of the town hall facility, I'd be more than happy to give a tour around the building. Chris, I think that's it on our agenda. Jean or Joey or Jack, do you have anything you'd like to add? I think that was it. We're going to put this presentation online, and people can review it on our website. And Devin, I don't have I've misplaced, oh, here it is, the agenda. And the only other item is for an adjournment. So if Jean, if I could have a motion. Okay, and we'll adjourn at 6:15. Thanks for coming, everyone. Thank you.